we will discuss about wireless and mobile technologies, where I'll just talk about 3 stuffs or 4 stuffs. That's including the basically wireless itself, standards of wireless, and security. Also I'll teach about or speak about mobile wireless technologies. And for the wireless, as we all know that wireless is the transfer of information or power between 2 or more points that are not connected by any electrical conductors. And wireless is usually using the radio waves, which are the electromagnetic radiations. Okay, for the wireless internet, this is the internet of radio connected devices and servers using voice information and other internet services. And almost every internet service is being made ready for the wireless internet. And why connected to radio devices? Connected to radio devices, since we all know that wireless uses radio waves, the frequency waves, for transmissions. Okay, the architecture perspectives of wireless networks are, as we know, that there are wide area networks which range up to 2,500 meters and uses GSMs, GPRSs, and the local area networks which range from 10 meters up to 100 meters, which uses the protocol 802.11b. Okay, now for the wireless standards. The wireless standard, I will talk about the IEEE 802.11 for LAN, which goes to 5 GHz bands and most common one to use and very fast also. And we'll talk about the Bluetooth and home radio frequencies, also the infrared. And we'll just see the characteristics of these both regarding their speeds, uses, ranges, and frequency sharing. Okay. Now for the speed in IEEE, speed goes up to goes up to 11 megabytes per second, while home radio's frequency goes up to 1 or 2 or 10 megabytes per second. And also for the Bluetooth goes to 30 to 70 kbs per second. As we see that the Bluetooth is lessly, or I can say it's not best usually used, the wireless standard, for most of things. As we can see, the uses of it is used only in personal area networks, like sharing devices to device just for 10 meters range. And for home radio frequency, it's used in offices, yards, houses, and just range to 50 meters. And when we go for IEEE, which is mostly used in LANs networks, campuses, and offices, which ranges up to 100 meters. Okay, the frequency sharing for the IEEE is direct sequence spectrums, while home radio frequency is wideband frequency swooping. Also, while the Bluetooth is just a narrowband frequency swooping. And when we go for the network security, we'll just kindly speak of 3 categories or 3 protocols these wireless securities that are wired equivalent privacies, the WEP. I think everybody's aware of it. Anyone who is using mobile phones also can be aware of wireless fidelity or Wi-Fi protected access, WPA, and the extension of Wi-Fi protected access. So when you go for the wired equivalent privacy, WPE, as for the wireless alliance, it was like a first used security, and it was difficult to configure and easily broken, as it's, when I say easily, it can be easily hacked or whatever it is, and it can be, as it uses the fixed keys system, so it's easily broken that it can be hacked. Okay, it uses 64 bits and 128 bits keys, and as the definition, we can say that is a security protocol specified in IEEE wireless fidelity standards, and that is designed to provide wireless local area network. Okay, and when we go for the wireless fidelity protected access, this was like designed to replace the WPE, where it uses the protocol key of temporary key integrity protocol, where this implementation of message integrity checks and temporary key integrity protocol. So this was used to replace the WPE, which was not more secured, but when you differentiate it or when you compare it with WEP, this is more secure than wired equivalent privacy. And later on, wireless fidelity come up or advanced the encryption standard, come up with the advanced encryption standard, which was later on used with the extension of WPAs, and whereby this standard used computing devices equipped with wireless internet connection, and was developed to provide data encryption and better user authentication than WPE and WPA, the first WPA. And also in WPA2, introduction of CCMP, which is contact cipher mode with blockchain message authentication code protocol as replacement of the temporary key integrity protocol. So in WPA2, AES, which is Advanced Encryption Standard, was used, and it states that it's not easy to hack the security using the WPA2. To the last, which is mobile wireless technology. In mobile wireless technology, we'll discuss about the generations of mobile, generation of these wirelesses, whereby there is 2G, two second generation, third generation, and fourth generation. As for my lectures, and before stating about the generations, let's just do a little bit on GSM networks and the CDMA. For the GSM is common known as far as used all over the world, but the CDMA is just used in Russia and the United States of America, USA. And GSM stands for the Global System for Mobile Communications, and CDMA stands for Code Division Multiple Access, where these two most popular are the popular radio standards used in mobile worlds. For more definition, or just check about my next lectures. I'll speak all about the GSMs, the CDMAs, and others, GPRSs, and other standards in mobile networking technologies. Okay, for the second generations. Why second generation, not first generation? Why second? Because this was first digital mobile network technologies. As for the first generation, was just an analog technology and was very inefficient. And so the second generation brought support for SMS and mobile internet. Also, GSM's technologies in these second generations uses GPRSs, which are general packet radio services, and the Edge, which are enhanced the data rates for GSM evolutions for the internet accesses. While the CDMA technologies use RTT, which are radio transmission technologies, also for internet accessing. I'll talk about these protocols later on. Okay, in second generation, the speed range is up to 0.3 megabytes per second downloading speed, and the third generation, this network technology was the first mobile network technology to provide access to high-speed broadband internet services such as live streamings and video chatting. So when we were in 2 generation technology, internet access wasn't allowing us for the video chatting and streaming. And the GSM network uses WCDMA, which is Wideband Code Division Multiple Access, or the UMTS, Universal Mobile Telecommunication Services. Also uses HSPA's High Speed Packet Access, or HSPA+. I showed the H when connecting to network. We just see the H plus or H, or 3G, then just go back down to G, or if not 2G, then we go back to H, which is just the letter E. And the CDMA networks uses EVDO, Evolution Data Optimized technology, for developing 3G networks, and its speed is up to 42 MB per second downloading speed in H plus internet accessing. And for the last generation, for my understanding, this is the latest generations of mobile wireless technologies and offer the best data speeds. And it offers mobile broadband access that can be used for intensities applications such as watching high definition TV on mobile and cloud computing. Okay, I will just speak later on also about this cloud computing. And this 4G, it uses LTE, that stands for long-term evolution, and WAMA XWiMAX worldwide worldwide interoperability for microwave access. Interoperability for microwave access technologies. And also it doesn't use GSMs and CDMAs, just use orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, and uses the voice over LIT, which allows the 4G networks on packet switching to convert voice into packets. Thank you.